Hello, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back here together again. And in today's video, we'll be discussing On Her Majesty's Secret Service, one of the new James Bond movies that has come out. Well, not one of the new ones, but one of the ones that I have recently just seen. And I sort of have the same thoughts on my thoughts are kind of the same as Goldfinger, as I reviewed that one. So without further ado, let's get started talking about On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So of course, as this is kind of one of those, it's a very different take on James Bond. As granted, it's sort of the same thing as we've seen with Dr. No and Goldfinger, which I actually seen Dr. No and Goldfinger that star Sean Connery as James Bond. But as this is another James Bond movie that has a different actor as James Bond, I think that with the new actor, I kind of like this movie a lot better than Goldfinger and Dr. No. But it's totally the same level as Dr. No and Goldfinger. But to state off the obvious, the action is of course pretty good. I feel like the action is probably a little bit better than Goldfinger and Dr. No. Some things that they kind of explore with Christmas and having this sort of love interest with James Bond. Hang on, let me go get a drink real quick. Sorry, I had to drink something real quick. Anyways, so I thought that the action was pretty good. The relationship, of course, James Bond has great interactions with everybody that he's with, especially with his new love interest. I really thought that was really cute and enjoyable. And I also liked how they kind of had this like Christmas vibe to it and something like that. It reminded me a lot of Christmas specials that I used to watch of Sesame Street back in like the 80s. So I thought that was nice. But I liked how it had this Christmas feel to it. So that was nice. But, and I also like the interaction between him and the dog, too. But everything else, that's really all the things I have that I liked about the film. But now let's move on to the bad. So once again, while I did enjoy, this is probably the one I like the most of the James Bond movies that I've seen, but this is not a great movie, alright? First off, the story is just not very good. It just goes in so many weird directions, and you don't really understand of why these characters are doing what they're doing, and it just does not make sense to me at all. And the characters you don't really care for. Granted, James Bond is of course a likable character, and he has great interactions with everybody, but you don't care about the characters in general. And most of it just feels bland, and it's like they're trying to stop this, like it just feels so bland and kind of boring. And I don't understand, why are all these movies so like, why are they like 2 hours long? They don't need to be that long. But that's just how they are. So those are my thoughts on Her Majesty's Secret Service. But it's like the other films. The early James Bond movies just don't do the greatest job with telling stories. I just don't think they work. But we'll see what happens when we get along with the series. But other than that, it has some enjoyable stuff, but not much. But that's my review for On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Before I give you my final scores, be sure to tell me down below, what did you guys think about On Her Majesty's Secret Service? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Right there in between? let's get some nice discussions going. With that said, let's get on with my scores. Alright, so that's it for my Honor Majesty Secret Service review, but we're not done yet. I've actually just forgot to do this, but I actually have seen 3 James Bond films now. I haven't seen most of them, so basically, I've seen Dr. No, I've seen Goldfinger, and now I've seen Honor Majesty's Secret Service. So now, I think it's time that we would now rank all of them. Like, to see where does the movie Honor Majesty's Secret Service rank in my ranking of the James Bond films. So let's see where it ranks. Alright, so that is it for my James Bond ranking, and where does On Her Majesty's Secret Service land? I hope you guys liked my ranking. I was kind of into perspective of it, but, you know, yeah. But this series is not very good, but hopefully by the time we get to the Daniel Craig films, it'll be a lot better, but that's my opinion. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram name is Marvel6. My TikTok name is Marvel1Fan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my About section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same name as my Instagram, Marvel_6_, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.